Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I am going to be installing my new headlights in the C6 Corvette. Let's get right to it. But the first thing I need to do is back it up so I can give myself some space. If you watched the last video, I explained what the hell, I showed you the headlights, here they are. Never mind this mess over here. I am rebuilding the transmission for that. Yeah, so let's back up the Vette so we can get some space. So let's start out with what you need to do first. You need some torque bits. You need a T15 torque bit and you need a 7mm wrench. All of those bolts need to come out, and some of these need to come out right here. It just depends on how you want to do it. So let's go ahead and get those out, because you got to pull this bumper off. So now we got the screws out. We got the screws out over there. I only took 3 out. I didn't take those 2 out because I don't want to have to realign all of this shit. Now the next step is we need to take this splash guard out, and I'm hoping I can do this without taking the wheel off. So what I'm going to do is take off these thingamaboobies, these little pop-out things right there. I don't even know if I have a tool, but we're going to try to get them out so we can push this back, and that'll give me access to the headlight. So there's a correction. I said that these were push pins. They're not push pins. Those are T15s too on the outside. The push pins, I don't know if you can see it, are on the inside. I'm going to try to do this without taking out the push pins now that I got this back. So there's 2 10mm bolts on this side of the light, and there's 1 on the other side. So we're going to see if I can get my hand up in there to take those out that way. Now to be able to move this fender around, you got 3 nuts. 3 nuts right there. You'll easily be able to see them. You got 2 right there. I don't know if you can see that. And then there's 1 right there. Right there. You take those off, you'll be able to move this bumper out some. Gives you a little bit more room to access the ones with the light. Okay guys, so here's a pro tip when doing this. Just go on ahead and do it. You know, you see all these videos saying you can do it with your tire on, do it blah blah blah. Save yourself some trouble. Take the tire off and take the push pins back, because that third bolt, which is over there in that corner, you can't see it, is very hard to get to or even see if you do not move this, unpin this. You just won't see it. That's a pro tip. Now it's going to be easy to get to that bolt with my wrench, and I can finish the job quicker. Yeah. For the record, everybody forgets this. There's 1 more T15 that's right there. So you got to get that one to fully loosen up the bumper. So I'm fixing to untie that one to loosen up that one now. Woo! That's a job. That's a job. So we got 1 headlight out. Yeah, I'm hoping the second one go by quicker. Now I'm fixing to put this back in. I'm gonna put the new one in on this side, and then I'm going to test it, and then I'm going to do the other side. Here's what it looks like thus far. We got the light out. It takes a lot of finagling to get this light out past that bumper. And be careful not to damage the that part right there, pulling up on it, because you will pull up on it and you risk damaging it. So be careful about that. But that's what it looks like. It looks horrible without the light. I'm ready to get this new one in and test it out to see what it looks like, and I'm hoping the other side will go by much faster. There is some stuff that you're gonna have to move over to these new headlights that did not come with it. Number 1, there is no bulb. It said it came with bulbs on the box, but there is no bulb. Well, I guess that's a low beam, high beam. Those 2 smaller bulbs are there. I guess the LEDs, but that main bulb is not there. You are gonna also have to move over this thing. There isn't one on it. So you'll need to move that, your old one, to that as well. So that's what I'm fixing to do now, and I hope it works. I really do. Alright, so we got 1 light in. I got finished bolting up the bumper. Make sure when you put them in that your connections are tight. I highly advise you before you screw everything down to test it out. But just looking at it so far, man, it's gonna look a world of a difference. Finna button this side up and go to the other side. I mean, it's a simple job, but it's very time consuming. OMG, it's time consuming. Maybe because it's so hot, it's 100+ degrees. It's probably got something to do with it. I probably should have waited a little later in the afternoon to start this project because it's draining me. But anyway, I'm fixing to button this side back up. As soon as I tuck those seals in, make sure you tuck these seals back. They go back. They don't go out like that. They go back. So make sure you do that. Let me button this up and go on over to the other side. Okay, so we got this side on, looking good. Gonna have to wash it because my greasy hands got it dirty. But we testing it out and they working. Look at the difference, not much. But when you put it out in the light, it's gonna look different. Man, this is a lot of work. The key to this is getting your light aligned. If not, these gaps will never work. Get it aligned. Don't loosen up, don't tighten down nothing until you've gotten it aligned, until you make sure everything is working. I would say test it out before you screw one nut. But anyway, it's working. I fix put this tire back on, start on the other side. Okay, so I'm about to do the other side, but before I get to that, and I hope that goes, I think that will probably end up going half the time simply now because I know what I'm doing. But one thing I decided to do, since I had the tire off anyway, let's go one step further. I put my 20mm wheel adapters on the front, still need to put them on the back. I haven't even done it yet with these wheels, but this is what it looks like with these wheels. This is with a 20mm wheel adapters. Sits kind of funky. Sits kind of funky. Just doing something different. It's almost a little too wide because the offset on these wheels are a little better than the last one. It's almost a little bit too wide. But at the top, I don't know. What y'all think? I might end up taking them back off because it sits too wide. We'll see. On to the other side. All right, so we're done. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. That whole process probably took about 4 hours. Long as hell. The first light took the longest because I didn't really know what I was doing. The second light, that probably didn't take but about 30 minutes. Now, having said that, not sure how I like the fitment. I need to work with that myself. But I'm tired, so I know I didn't do the best job with the fitment. So this is what they look like. They still funky though, but we gotta get some of that gap. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be or not. Anybody with these, let me know. So, I got them in, they are working. We'll see how they do on some bumps and whatnot. Finally got the black lights. It's gonna be tremendous. I'll probably need to adjust them for sure, because it look like they may be kind of low. Maybe I'll pull the car out tonight, shine it on the garage door, see if I need to come up with it or not. May just have to deal with it because I am tired. That may be a winter project. Shit, damn. I don't know if you can tell, but I also put the wheel adapters back on. First time running them with these wheels. Looks pretty good. Look better once it's cleaned up. It's still pretty dirty. But gives you when you have the wheel adapters on, it gives you a better idea of how low your car actually is. My car is really not that low. You got some wheel gap. Front pretty low. Hopefully I won't drag out there because I was dragging anyway. So I gotta be real careful backing up. But we got the lights in, folks. Let me know what you think about them. Do I need to fix this or no? Because I tried. Oh Lord, I tried. Anyway, this your boy Jay Reed for Jay Reed's Love. Of course, like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.